Hey there, Virgo. I hope you guys are doing great. I want to go ahead and get into your reading for the first portion of July 2021. I appreciate all of your patience. I am finally moved. Marcel and I are on the East Coast, so yay. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into this reading for Virgo, July 2021. I'm going to go ahead and do a Celtic cross for you, Virgo. For Virgo, please. So first card out, we have Strength in Reverse. So this energy can talk, sorry, I'm going to put these cards down. This energy can talk a lot about having a lack of faith in a situation, losing your trust in a situation, somebody who is very impatient, not having the strength to move forward with something, or just feeling an overall sense of lack or malaise when it comes to the physical self and the health. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out what the obstacle here is, the Four of Swords. So the obstacle is rest. So maybe some of you are just kind of like running yourself ragged, Virgo. I know that you guys tend to do that sometimes. You're very, very good at what you do. You're very intentional in how you move forward in your life and the things that you dedicate your time to. But sometimes your approach to things can be perfectionistic and almost perfectionistic to a ravenous degree. It's too much, too much. You're overly you overly fulfill, so maybe we need to take it back. We need to wind it back a bit. I'm going to say this too. Some of these readings, they can end up being about love, life, sometimes health. They can be about situations moving on, whatever it may be. So I don't want to foreshadow with, oh, somebody's this and that. Like, it will reveal itself as it happens. But right now it feels like there's a necessity to take a break and to really reassess how we expend our energy, how we are overgiving of ourselves, depending upon whatever situation we are talking about here. At the root of this reading, yep, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So more likely than anything here, Virgo, it sounds like you guys are just on autopilot, or perhaps just overcompensating at work, or trying to meet deadlines, trying to make too much happen. Feels like you're burning the candle at both ends, perhaps. That can be very challenging, very, very challenging, especially if your body is asking you to take a break, to take some time to heal, to recalibrate and recuperate here, okay? So maybe this is also a situation where you have too much on your plate at work, You guys always prove yourself to be extraordinary when it comes to your output, or not always, but generally, that is a thing for Virgo. And it's a great quality, but if your company or the people that you work for, whatever dynamic this is, maybe they've come to expect that, and maybe with that expectation comes even more work for you. Maybe that comes with an additional, more on your plate. Maybe there is a bonus for you, but it also comes at the expense of you running yourself ragged here. So past energy, we have the Five of Pentacles. For some of you, this is a situation of recovery. I'm not really feeling, sure, this can talk about drugs and alcoholism if that's a situation that you're dealing with, but generally the Five of Pentacles is going to talk about financial lack. So if you are having a situation here, Virgo, where you're working yourself to the bone trying to recover from a previous experience, that may be what's going on here, okay? So a lot of output. King of Swords for the current energy here, or the present energy at least. This can be a very professional position. This can be a very professional position. So maybe it's like you're trying to keep it all under wraps, keeping it really tight-lipped, just move, well-oiled machine. This can also talk about situations dealing with legalities. So some of you, maybe there's been a situation where, perhaps you've left a relationship, or maybe there's like child what is that? Childcare, not childcare. Compensation. What is it? You split money with your previous partner. I can't remember what it's called. I don't have. I have a cat. So yeah, child support. Thank you. So this may be something of that nature where you are required by the law, or the court system to do that. The King of Swords can very much talk about legal matters, situations regarding that, and maybe it's been really tiring on you. There's that possibility. Moving forward, you have the Star here. So Aquarian energy throughout this reading, but no matter what, the Star is one of healing. It's one of recuperation. It tells us to continue on, to trust the path that we're on. Maybe that is part of your makeup. Maybe that is part of why you're so determined. Perhaps you have a very intentional goal that you're trying to achieve here with the Star. This can talk about, especially if you're an entrepreneur, I will say this. The Star can talk a lot about moving towards your passion, the thing that you're actually supposed to be doing in this world, what you're here for. It's like your divine guided experience here to be had and to be shown. The Star illuminates things. If you are working towards something or creating your own business or whatever, this puts you on the map. It puts you in the public eye. It puts a highlight under your name. It lets people know that you are good for this type of work, or that this is your passion, this whatever it is. This can be television. This can be, being on your local news station, getting the word out for something, whatever it may be. But generally, this can talk a lot about a healing that happens, trusting and having faith in the direction that you are moving towards. So in the energy where you're at, you have the Two of Wands. So this is a new direction altogether. Maybe you guys are working really hard for something new in your life, and it's like you have to put in that effort to make the new thing happen. Either way, it feels like whatever you're involved in, even if you're not getting rest, it feels like you're moving towards something that has a lot of motion in it, a lot of positivity, a lot of, I want to say recovery. It's almost as if like we can recover a little bit more, possibly financially. I don't know about rest. I will say that. It's a trade-off here. If you can get rest, get it at any cost. You have the Wheel of Fortune coming out with what's coming towards you. So this is an opportunity being presented to you that can change your life. It's something that you have the ability to experience a far better outcome with than perhaps you've done in the past. Especially if you're going to be your own boss. I will say too, the King of Swords, this energy can talk about situations where maybe you are involved in organizations that are medical, are legal, paralegal. It can also talk about television work, getting things out into the public, public speaker to a degree, but more on a social justice front, stuff of that nature, okay? The Wheel of Fortune tells you that, yes, this change in the wind is coming. It's a positive one that is coming for you. And maybe we just have to work our asses off for it. It also tells me that you will be aligned with the correct people for your situation moving forward here. Hopes and fears, you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. These should all be upright. I'm going to turn it upright. I'll read it in reverse, though, for you, too. For some of you, the hope and fear, the fear is perhaps that whatever you're moving towards, you may not have the right type of commitment. You may not have the right type of business partners if you are engaged in a business, or, maybe you're worried that you won't be able to hire the right type of employees for what you need. Either way, in reverse, this talks about a concern for a lack of commitment, a concern for a lack of equal footing, people not being on the same page. Here, it talks about being on the same page, working towards the same goals, being very steadfast in the direction that we are all trying to achieve, so positive energy there for sure. Either way, reversed or upright, it's in the hopes and fears, so it can be seen as either. Outcome energy here is the Eight of Swords. This is an interesting energy just because it tells me that you're at a standstill. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Cups. So what we're doing is we're moving. I feel like this is more of a career move, to be quite honest with you, Virgo, or something that solidifies your life in a very different way. I'm not picking up a lot of a love relationship here. I'm picking up more practical matters, situations that require you to work yourself to the bone, but they present so much more. And you may not be, it's almost as if like what I'm feeling is you've kind of gotten yourself into like this cycle of just go, go, go. And we're kind of like feeling like, when does this end? When can it slow down? When can I have a break? When can I take a breath? That's what it feels like here. So let's go ahead and clarify this reading for you guys. Show me strength in reverse here for Virgo. You have the Six of Swords popping out really quickly with the Tower here. So for some of you, this is something that you've had to engage in very quickly, or you've had to throw yourself in full force to get yourself away from a situation that perhaps was very problematic for you financially. The Six of Swords indicates an energy that is one of moving away from emotional and mental stress and strife. With strength in reverse, it almost feels as if like we have this, it feels like we have to overwork to achieve what we want here, and I can't really slice it any other way. I'll say it like that, okay? So show me the Four of Swords here for Virgo. You have the World here, Virgo, and again with the Tower at the bottom of the deck. So everything that you're doing is for a considerable change. I don't know if this is something where everything in the past was very unstable, because it keeps referencing a foundation falling down or something that has not been able to stand up due to stability. And it kind of keeps hinting at this past energy. Either way, with this change and transformation, I feel like you will be able to rest. You will be able to get your bearings again. But there's something here that is very persistent, and I don't know what it is other than you working yourself to the bone. So I have to go with that because I'm not getting any other message from that. Show me the Eight of Pentacles here for Virgo, please. You have Justice here. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Wheel of Fortune here. You know, for some of you, this is a situation perhaps regarding or involving the law. You know, again, we have this energy of, there's some family energy here, leaving something here that didn't work out. Perhaps there is an ending to a previous relationship where we have to do child support or be financially responsible to somebody, you know. This can talk about court-appointed work, you know. This can also talk, again, like I said, working in a law firm or something of that nature, but I feel like it's more emphasized here in regard to the output. You know, it's like you have to work extra hard for this, for whatever this is. Possibly court-appointed. Show me the Five of Pentacles here. Flip? No, it didn't flip. Show me the Five of Pentacles here for Virgo. So you have the Eight of Swords here, Virgo, with the Knight of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So with this energy, it's like being exhausted, but also not knowing how to get yourself out of a situation, not knowing how to recover, not knowing how to recuperate out of something, possibly financially, more than likely financially. With the Knight of Pentacles here, this is somebody that has to buckle down and do the work. They're willing to, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of energy being spent. So, you know, and with this, so too, with the Knight of Pentacles being present here, coming to clarify this at the bottom of the deck, it tells me that whatever you've engaged in the past, you're willing to change, but also whatever you engage in the future, there is far more stability here. So keep it up. You know, keep it up. Show me the King of Swords. The King of Swords, you have the Three of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the King of Swords. So this can talk about community, friends, family, can talk about connections. It can talk about third-party situations. Perhaps this, if I'm going to go out on a limb here, perhaps there was a divorce or some sort of separation due to a third-party situation, and the law was put into effect here. That is one avenue that this can take. For some of you, this is being very, very distant from having fun. It's almost as if your nose is to the grindstone 24/7, you know. It's like knowing when to, I don't know where fun would even be on the agenda here. You can't even get rest. So it almost is like a moot point. Show me the star. You have the Nine of Pentacles coming out in reverse for the star. This is interesting energy just because with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like there's a very clear desire to work towards something that is for yourself, that stabilizes things for yourself, that makes you happier. But with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, it can also talk about working yourself very, very heavily for the benefit of others. You know, sometimes when it comes to a boss, it can talk about working yourself, you know, to the bone for their desires, their goals, their benefit and outcome. If it's a past relationship situation, it would talk about, you know, you needing to do that for the benefit of the family. Show me the Two of Wands. So Two of Wands, you have the King of Swords coming out here again. So a lot of air energy here, a lot of clarity, a lot of being very, very determined, but also being very focused in regard to how you move forward with whatever this is. I feel like you guys are going to choose the most realistic situation and move with it. Whatever is most important here for you is what's on the table. You know, that is the direction that you go in. There's not really a lot of, I feel like there's not really a lot of like delineation or diversion from this. It's almost as if you have to like choose something else or choose something perhaps from the past. I feel like it's like you'd rather be doing something else here, but it's like you have to choose something from the past to manage it. I don't know. Show me the Wheel of Fortune. Here we have the Queen of Cups coming through for the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you, this is a new connection coming through. Can be romantic. It also can be a therapist. It can be somebody, just water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, who comes through for you in the future. It's somebody who's divinely guided to you. Either way, this can be, I feel, something of a boon. It is easier energy to deal with. It's more nurturing. It's softer. And I feel after all of this, you're going to need that. You're going to need that recovery. You're going to need that nurturance. And I'm not saying like give yourself over to a new person. If you must, you must. But, you know, not everybody can fix everything for you. But overall, with the Queen of Cups, this energy is one that helps heal, you know. So we have the Four of Swords here, the Star here, the Strength in reverse here. So a lack of healing, a lack of, you know, rest, running yourself ragged. With the Queen of Cups, perhaps that energy is somebody that can diffuse that. They balance your energy out and they help you regulate things a little bit more, get a different perspective on things. Show me the Three of Pentacles here for Virgo. Two cards flopping out. So you have the Three of Pentacles here, clarifying the Three of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords, Eight of Coins. So if you guys are involved in something that is requiring you to learn new skills, or if you're trying to move towards a different career move, this is very auspicious for this. It sounds like you will be meeting the correct people, being put in the correct situations. But again, this is another added layer onto your plate. It almost seems like now we have to learn even more about a new situation, or new skill sets, or new equipment, new computer systems, you know, all of this stuff that needs to be rerouted, or, you know, you need to educate yourself on. Maybe this Eight of Swords here is just kind of like being so burnt out that you can't even see the forest for the trees, you know. It feels like that, to be quite honest with you, Virgo. It just feels like somebody's really tired here and they have a lot on their plate and they have to keep going. Show me the Eight of Swords here for Virgo. King of Wands here, Virgo. Direction, direction, direction. This is not allowing. I like the King of Swords is here twice just because it's telling me that there's an emphasis on mental clarity, acuity, and not allowing ourselves to divert from things. With this energy, it's one that is very professional. They keep their pursuits very, very clear and they go after them. It's like dead on precision. But they also really are, they're not allowing themselves, if this is your energy, it's like you're not allowing yourself to rest. You know, again, we have this no rest situation. Show me the Ten of Cups. Yeah, you have the Wheel of Fortune coming out here. It's somewhere else in this reading. Wheel of Fortune over here too. So this is positivity coming into your life after a serious and considerable amount of effort being expended. I feel that it aligns you with the correct people. I feel that this is something that is for your benefit, but you have a lot of hurdles to pass here to get to pass go and collect $2,200. I don't know why I'm saying $2,200, but I said that. Can you give me oh my God, my words. Can you show me here for Virgo? Can you give me an oracle for Virgo here? Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. I feel like if you can't rest, at least get some humor in your life, just because it feels like you're kind of bogged down to a really considerable degree. I'm going to go ahead and clarify, or not clarify, ask for advice. Can you please give me advice here for Virgo? Can you give me, no. Show me adversity. For adversity, we have the Ace of Swords here. Honesty and communication, clarity in what direction you're going in. Also, working yourself very, very clearly, but also doing it so you can cut something away, or at least free yourself from something here. Show me trust. Show me trust. You have the Hierophant here for trust. Taurus energy. This is about duty. It's about persistence, tradition. Sometimes this can also talk about family. So if you have like a previous family situation, you know, trust that you're going to be working for it. But also trust that you can move out of it too, if that's what this is calling for. It sounds like somebody here is being very dutiful in whatever they're involving themselves in, and it's just to persist and move forward. So give me advice for this reading here for Virgo, please. Queen of Cups coming out again. Okay, give me more for Virgo. Nine of Pentacles and the King of Swords here with the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So it feels like, Virgo, you guys have a water queen, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio coming into your future. It feels that that energy is pretty consistent here, especially with you. I feel that this may be more of like a work connection, or somebody that is more of an advisor position, or perhaps even a therapist. It can be love if that's what's going on with you guys, but I almost feel like it's somebody that helps to buffer the blow, somebody that helps to calm you down, or they make the load easier. Nine of Pentacles is somebody that works on their own. You have it somewhere in reverse. Nine of Pentacles here in reverse. So no longer working yourself to the bone. You know, what you do is more so for yourself, or at least you're able to break even so that you can start building up towards what you need on your own. Even if this isn't a family situation where you're having to pay, you know, child support or restitution or whatever, this can just be something where it's like we've had to dig ourselves out of a financial hole and now we have a better footing here. So I'm going to leave this here, you guys. I know that this was more of a financial reading, and I know a lot of people like love readings, and I just have to read them how they come out. So I hope that this was helpful. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you want to my channel. If you want to leave a donation for me, there's a link in the description box below. And if you're seeking a personal reading, you can contact me at thealtruisticmystic@gmail.com. I will talk to you guys later. Take care, Virgo. Bye-bye.